Welcome back to another rebuild I have for you guys here today on Madden 20. Today it's going to be a realistic rebuild of the Dallas Cowboys. Before I really get into this video though, if you guys like Madden 20 rebuilds and Madden 20 franchise content in general, definitely consider subscribing down below. I would love to have you guys back for my next video. And if you guys end up enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like down below. I would definitely appreciate it. Two final plugs as always. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, links to those are down below. So now, let's start talking about this team. I've seen so many arguments on Twitter between Eagles and Cowboys fans talking about which team sucks less, and I hate those arguments. They're so stupid. This is my take on it, okay? Both teams are awful. Neither really deserve to make it to the playoffs. They have both massively underperformed. They have really talented rosters, but they are not playing up to their rosters. Also, both quarterbacks are good, okay? I've seen so many people comparing Carson Wentz to Dak Prescott, saying Wentz is trash or Dak is trash, and then praising the other one. They're both good, okay? They're both good, young, promising quarterbacks. Let's just agree on that, okay? I know it's going to be hard for some people. I'm an Eagles fan myself, right? So I'm contractually obligated to say Dak is ass, but he's actually not that bad. He's pretty solid in real life and in the game. So in the game, he's an 83 overall. Star development, he's still young, 26 years old. He is on a contract year though, which could be an issue. I think we can prioritize bringing him back, right? Because he's very good in the game, and I think the Cowboys will bring him back in real life. The thing with the Cowboys is that Amari Cooper and Byron Jones are also impending free agents. I don't know if they're going to have the money to bring them all in. I hope that they sign Dak Prescott to some massive deal, making it so that they can't bring in Amari Cooper and Byron Jones and they both go to the Eagles. That's my dream, because the Eagles could really use both of them. But we should be able to retain Dak in this rebuild. I want to keep him this whole time. He plays well in the game, and I think Cowboys fans would like him to stay on the team. Ezekiel Elliott is an X factor in the game, a 92 overall, still one of the best running backs in the NFL. Dude's a beast. He's been a beast since he's entered the league. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Randall Cobb, Tavon Austin, the top four receivers there. Amari Cooper is a fantastic receiver, one of the best route runners in the NFL. He creates so much separation. He's insane. He's very good. Dak definitely appreciates him on the team. If you look at Dak's numbers before he got Amari Cooper and after, they are so different. Michael Gallup is also very good, a young, promising receiver still. Randall Cobb is just here, to provide some veteranship in the wide receiver core. He's still pretty good, though. He's a 78 overall, a good slot guy. That's probably where he's playing, at least in Madden here, probably in real life as well. Obviously had success in the past with the Packers, but we definitely have to move on from him at some point, and I think that point will be soon. This offensive line, very talented here. Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Lael Collins, all very good at their respective positions. Xavier Su'a-Filo is starting at left guard. I think Connor Williams is on this team, but he's probably injured. That's why Su'a-Filo is in. So I'm just going to let this roster be the roster for the rest of the season. That's kind of how I do these realistic rebuilds. Of course, we'll get a couple players back next year. I also may miss out talking about some players because they're not in the starting lineup and I just don't think of them at the time. Tight end, though, we got Jason Witten, Blake Jarwin, and Dalton Schultz. Schultz is pretty young, so maybe he can develop into something. He was a rookie a year ago out of Stanford. Blake Jarwin, I don't think he's too young. He's 25, all right, not too old for sure. Jason Witten is like 80, so we're going to have to move on from him. Also, he has hair in his picture. I feel like they should update that one, because in real life, he definitely does not. Jeff Heath, starting at strong safety, if I'm not mistaken, actually a pretty good kicker for not being a kicker. I don't know if he ever was a kicker in his life, like maybe in college or high school or something. He played kicker in safety, I don't know. Or if maybe he's just good at it. I mean, I think Odell is actually pretty good at kicking as well. I'm not sure about in the game, but I'm pretty sure in real life I've seen videos of him making field goals and whatnot. Xavier Woods is starting at free safety. He should be good for the long haul. He's only a 79, but he's pretty young still. He's 24 years old, has a ton of potential to go up in development. Chidobe Awuzie starting at cornerback number 1, I guess. Byron Jones at the 2. It's kind of how this game sets up, the best corners in the game. They always have him playing the 2 when you load in, the real-life rosters and whatnot. Byron Jones will be the number 1 cornerback for us, though. Jordan Lewis is here at the 3. I think they have Anthony Brown as well, but the fact that he's not in the starting 5 leads me to believe that he is hurt, so I won't be having him play much this season. There's 3 games left anyway. Joe Thomas, I think this is, starting at right outside linebacker. Yeah, I guess he's playing in relief of Leighton Vander Esch, who I'm going to be so excited to get back next season. Jalen Smith is an absolute stud at middle linebacker. Sean Lee, still good, but he's very old. He's a 78 overall, out of Penn State, of course. It sucks. I'm a Penn State fan. I also hate the Cowboys because I'm an Eagles fan, so I don't really know how I feel about Sean Lee. He's been very good against the Eagles in the past, so that kind of makes me want to hate him. But he also went to Penn State, so that makes me want to like him. So I don't know how to feel about him. DeMarcus Lawrence starting at left end, and in my most recent, I think it was my Bengals video, I called him Dexter Lawrence. So if I call him Dexter Lawrence at all in this video, just know I mean DeMarcus Lawrence. I apologize in advance if I mess up on his name. Robert Quinn here at right end is having a very solid season. I'm not sure how many sacks he's up to. I'm sure he's approaching the double digits, right, if he's not there already. He has 11.5 sacks as of right now. This is also before I simulate by week 14. So if you got any sacks against the Bears, this number should go up a little bit, but that for some reason is not in the game right now. Like, I can't start from week 15. I don't know why the game isn't updated. It's Wednesday. You'd think they'd update it before Thursday, unless they do it on Thursday. That's probably the case, honestly. But Robert Quinn is good, but he's old. So we definitely have to get a different edge rusher on this team. I think he might be a free agent this year as well. If he's not this year, he is soon. Michael Bennett, I'm pretty sure, is also a free agent this year, but I don't really want either of those guys on the team. They're both 82 overall. It's certainly not bad, but they're both over 30. I know Michael Bennett is. Is Robert Quinn over 30? He's not, actually. He's 29. But still, he's past the point of regression, so he will regress really badly this next year, and Michael Bennett is 33. Okay, that's what I thought. And then Malik Collins, Antoine Woods, Christian Covington, Tristan Hill at defensive tackle. I want Tristan Hill to get a lot of playing time, so I'm going to move him up to the number 2 just for these final 3 games in case he can do anything. Antoine Woods isn't too bad. Malik Collins isn't too bad. I think a few of these guys are free agents. So we're going to have to prioritize free agency smartly because I want Byron Jones, I want Amari Cooper, and I want Dak Prescott, but I don't know if we have the money to bring back all 3 of them. I will simulate, though. I'll let you know if we make the playoffs. I actually think we will. I think the Cowboys will in real life as well. Of course, I've mentioned this already twice. I'm an Eagles fan, so I don't want that to happen. But I think the Cowboys will end up winning the division. They have a pretty tough schedule ahead of themselves. You know, the Rams, Eagles, and the Redskins. Well, the Eagles and Redskins aren't super difficult, but the Rams are pretty good. Usually the Cowboys destroy the Eagles. I feel like that's what's happened the past bunch of times they've played. And then the Redskins, I feel like the Cowboys can win. I don't know. I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles and the Redskins and make the playoffs. That's just my prediction right now. I hope that doesn't happen, of course, but now let me change some stuff around, make sure I force all the wins that need to happen for week 14, and I will see you guys at the end of the season. I feel like I do this all the time. I always say that I'm going to see you guys at the end of the season, and I forget that I should probably bring back some players. So let's go ahead and do that. Of course, I mentioned this, Amari Cooper, Byron Jones, Dak Prescott are all going to be here, and I would like them all. I don't know if this will be possible. It might. But, okay, so Robert Quinn is a free agent. An upcoming free agent. Michael Bennett as well. Not going to bother with either of those guys. Jason Witten will probably retire. Randall Cobb, I don't want to bring back. Sean Lee, I think I'm going to let go as well. He's down to a 78, 33 years old. Malik Collins isn't bad. I would like to bring him back if we have the money for it. Antoine Woods, also not too bad. I don't need 2 76 overall defensive tackles, though, because we still do have Tristan Hill, and I'd like him to get some play time. Anthony Brown is here. I guess he is a free agent this year. I don't really think I need him either. We have 3 good corners if we can get Byron Jones back. Blake Jarwin, I don't really want. Jeff Heath. Okay, so there's a lot of free agents here. There's actually a ton of current starters on the team, so the Cowboys may be in some trouble after this season. But who do I think is the most important? Maybe for a rebuild, it might be Dak Prescott, to be honest. So let's see if we can lock him up quick to a pretty long-term contract. I'll give him a 7-year deal, all right? This is going to be massive. I'd like to take in a better salary. Really? What'd I give him, like 19.4 per year or something like that? That's crazy. If I bring back Byron Jones and Amari Cooper first, I think we'll still have enough money to get Dak. So let's just do this. I don't really want to give him too much more than this, though. Let's just try to up his salary a little bit. He's coming back to the team. That's cool. At least we got our number 1 cornerback. I would like our number 1 receiver as well. Move that up a little bit. Is he going to accept? He will accept. Okay, I think we have enough money to bring back Dak, who I still want. So let's import the draft class, do all the work I need to do with that, and then I'll let you know if I get Dak. All right, we got to week 16, and the Eagles and the Cowboys are both 6-8. This is a pivotal point in the season. Can we make the playoffs going 7-9 maybe? I kind of want to get as few wins as possible. It doesn't really matter that much. I just want to see what happens in this game. But first, let's try to negotiate with Dak Prescott again. So, what does he want? He wants a better salary, I think. I like the bonus and the duration, just not the salary. Okay, I don't really want to put it up that much more, dude. It's 19.3. I'll go to 19.7. He's coming back to the team. Okay, thank you. Let's sim this week. Arguably the most intense week of the season, at least for this division. And we're going to lose that game. We are 6-9, but still not out of the playoffs yet. I'm pretty sure if the Eagles and the Cowboys both finish 7-9, the Cowboys will make the playoffs. This is important. Let's advance against the Redskins. Can we make the playoffs? I'd almost rather go 6-10 and miss, because then we'll get a better draft pick. But let's see what happens. I don't know. Maybe we're going to win. We do win that game, but the Eagles win as well. So the Eagles make the playoffs 8-8, 7-9 for the Cowboys. One of the worst divisions in football. I should say probably the worst division in football. All right, well, let's check out these stats quickly. Dak Prescott's going to have a ton of yardage. Yeah, 4,712. 33 touchdowns, 13 picks. Had a great season this year. I'm not sure how much of this he got, after simulation. But still, it's a really good season. I think he can play just as well in these coming years. Maybe not the yardage numbers, but the touchdowns, and he'll probably have fewer interceptions, to be honest. Zeke had 1,323 yards with 9 touchdowns. Okay, he had a great season as well here. Dak Prescott, 3 rushing touchdowns for him, the second leading rusher on the team. Amari Cooper gets over 1,000 yards. Michael Gallup almost gets there, 920. Randall Cobb, 846. But Amari Cooper, 9 touchdowns for him. The sack numbers here are super low, but I'm not sure if they are completely accurate to real life because these seem way too low. I know the Cowboys have a good offensive line, but still. Defensively, 135 tackles here for Jalen Smith. Had a great season. Maybe that's Defensive Player of the Year candidate right there. I don't know. Doris Armstrong, he got 4 tackles for loss on 6 tackles. That's crazy. 4 tackles for loss for Michael Bennett as well. 11.5 sacks for Robert Quinn. 8 for DeMarcus Lawrence. 2 interceptions for Xavier Woods. 1 for Jordan Lewis and Chidobe Awuzie. Defensive touchdowns, we don't have any. We don't have any safeties either. Or block kicks. Forced fumbles. We have a lot. We have 8, 9, 10 forced fumbles there. And then a ton of recoveries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So we've recovered 80% of the fumbles. Okay, well, first on offense. Makes sense with the yards at least. 7th on defense. Actually both pretty good in terms of yardage. MVP was probably Lamar Jackson. Dak Prescott should be pretty high on this list though. According to Madden, they value yards so much for some reason. Way more than they should be valued, and this is taking 8 years to load. Oh, this is going to be one of these rebuilds. This is going to take me really long to load everything. Obviously, this doesn't affect your runtime of the video unless I keep rambling on, which I might do. I don't know. But it affects me, yeah, because, okay, I can't connect to the EA servers, but it takes so much longer to record these stupid videos if my internet is this trash. Okay, we loaded, and Lamar Jackson did win MVP of the 14-2 Ravens. That's cool. Dak Prescott thought number 2. Nobody else from the Cowboys. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey. Dak Prescott at number 2. So far, that makes a lot of sense. I can see those both happening. Defensive Player of the Year, Shaq Barrett is going to win that one. Nobody from the Cowboys. Really, Jalen Smith didn't make it. All right, Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kyler Murray. I don't think anybody from the Cowboys. No, Tony Pollard. No defensive rookies either. Okay, look, it's DeMarcus Lawrence at the bottom. But let's simulate to the Super Bowl now. I'll let you know who's in it. Okay, we got a battle of the birds in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 54 between the Seahawks and the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to win this one. They're so dominant. In real life, I feel like if this Super Bowl happened, I think the Ravens would win again. Because obviously the Ravens put the Seahawks in the regular season, and won. But 38-20, Lamar Jackson takes down, and of course his teammates, take down the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, so here on the offense, Dak Prescott's up to superstar, so is Amari Cooper. That is phenomenal. Those guys are going to develop so well for us then. Defensively, Leighton Vander Esch back on the team. Love to see that. I don't think anybody went up in development here on defense, though. I could still go after Robert Quinn. He's actually not too bad. He's only down to an 81. I just don't think I want to keep Robert Quinn on the team, to be honest. I think maybe we can try to get a different edge rusher or something. Yannick Ngakoue is usually in free agency. I don't think we're going to have the money for this, though. Let me actually generate best lineup. Okay, so Connor Williams is here. He's a 71 overall, so he's an upgrade at left guard. That's fine. But let's hop into free agency, see who we would like to bring in. We have $15.29 million to give somebody a contract. That's certainly enough to go after somebody really good. So, of course, Kareem Hunt's probably the top. He's actually not. It's Austin Hooper. Who would be a great signing for us? All right, maybe he's a player we go after. He would actually help out the team a good bit. Give Dak another option. Of course, there's Chris Jones. I don't really want to go after Chris Jones just because I literally, always do. Marcus Peters could be interesting, though. I know we have Jordan Lewis down here as well, but Marcus Peters has an 85. He's still good. Maybe he's the player we go after. Yannick Ngakoue, of course, is here. I feel like I haven't went after an Ngakoue in a little while, though. Eric Armstead is up to superstar. Yes, I want Eric Armstead a lot, then. He's going to move over to defensive tackle. That's fine. I think we can only really go after, one player. Fully. And I'm comfortable with that being Eric Armstead. We need a defensive tackle really badly. I actually only had enough money to give a contract to one more player other than Armstead. We got Eric Armstead, which is awesome. We did not get that other player. We have $0. That's what that really says. Okay, my other contract was to Marcus Peters. Did not expect to get him, though. That's fine. We don't really need a cornerback. I'm good with just getting Eric Armstead. He's going to kick inside, make our defensive line a little bit better. We have pick number 15 in this class. Jeffrey Okudah just went to the Buccaneers at number 14. That's a really good pick on their end. Gross Matos could be a great pick, actually, because we do need an edge rusher. I'm trying to look down here to see if I really need anything else. Colby Parkinson isn't bad at tight end as well. I could use one of those, but the Cowboys just drafted Dalton Schultz a little bit ago. He's not too bad. I think I may try to use him for a season. Maybe if we can get Albert Okwuegbunam in the next round, I will do that. We're not going to be able to, but if he's randomly there, I will definitely be taking him. But I think with this pick, we will be going Yetur Gross Matos out of Penn State, defensive end. He's going to come and start immediately. He's a 74 overall hidden development trait. Definitely not bad. Ranked number 16, we took him number 15. Obviously a massive reach, but he's very good. He should be able to be a good starter for us. Now we also pick again in the middle of the second round. I'll check if Okwuegbunam is still here. I don't think he will be. The Buccaneers are having a great draft. They got Henry Ruggs as well. So he is not still here. I don't really want to take a shot in the dark out of any of those guys there. I remember Xavier McKinney being a first rounder like last year in a couple other draft classes. So maybe I go with him here because we do need a strong safety. And he doesn't look too bad. Even if he's in the 60s, I kind of imagine he has hidden development trait, which would make him good enough to start for me. So McKinney, welcome to the team. He's a 70 overall flat with hidden development. That is definitely good enough to start. I'm not sure how well he will develop for us, but I'll, give him a chance. It's better than whoever we have now. I don't think we have Jeff Heath anymore. I'm pretty sure he was a free agent. So McKinney may even be the highest overall strong safety on the team, which is fine. I think I'm going to go Chase Lucas here out of Arizona State just to get another cornerback on this team. He's a 71 overall hidden development. Okay, he's actually really good. Ranked number 39, supposed to go early second round. We took him at number 79. I think we start him over Jordan Lewis. He has at least star development. He's not that much worse than Jordan Lewis, and he's a rookie, so I feel like it's a no-brainer to start him. I'm actually just going to advance to the end of the draft because I don't really care who we get with these last few rounds. I don't think there's usually that many good players left. But I'll check out who we did end up getting. We got a 68 overall receiver in the 4th round. That's not a bad draft pick either. 64 and then followed by a 60 overall center. Okay, I think we had a pretty good draft overall. We got 3 players who are at least a 70, which is always cool. The first player to go was Chase Young, probably the best player in the class. I guess Grant Delpit's an 80, so technically Chase Young's not the best player in this class. But there's no quarterback going in the top 5, which is kind of surprising considering, we have the Dolphins and the Bengals both drafting here. Tua goes to the Broncos. He's actually the first quarterback off the board. Justin Herbert going to the Jaguars. I don't think they're going to take a quarterback anytime soon, to be honest. They just paid Nick Foles so much money. Gardner Minshew isn't too bad. I don't really think they should take a quarterback with their first-round pick. Joe Burrow going to the Jets. Do the Dolphins land another quarterback? They did not. They got DeAndre Swift. In one of my recent rebuilds, he went first overall, which was very questionable, to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are able to wait to number 23 now to take him. They also got Trey Smith, left tackle. They did not go after a quarterback, which is really funny. I feel like they're going to be pretty bad again, but I don't know. I'm not managing that team. I'm only focused on the Cowboys. After the first offseason, the team is an 83 overall, 87 offense, 80 defense. There's a couple small holes, I think, on this offensive side. Our left guard isn't phenomenal. I think he can play well in sim, though. Dalton Schultz may need to be upgraded at some point soon. We also need another wide receiver, but a 70 overall, number 3, isn't that bad. Typically, Amari Cooper, or just the 1 and the 2 and the slot will get most of the targets. Michael Gallup's playing the slot. Of course, Amari Cooper, the 1, Michael Gallup also the 2. I think we'll be fine at receiver. Dak Prescott and Zeke should be able to carry this offense along with the other weapons we have. The offensive line is still good in general, though. This is what the defense looks like, and I just want to point this out. I know this Aquara guy, I think his name's Julian Aquara, is kind of a pass rusher, right? 64 overall power rusher. But, he's a 63 overall run stopper, only 1 less. And that's the scheme fit on this team, so I don't know. He's not going to play that much anyway. Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch will be playing far more, so it's not that big of a deal. If he's starting at right outside linebacker, a bit out of scheme, it's fine. Gross Matos will be, of course, starting on this team. That kind of makes it so Crawford is a bit surplus, because we still have Armstrong down here, who isn't too bad. I could maybe move Crawford inside, but I don't really want to do that. I think I'm just going to throw him on the trade block, to be honest. I just don't really want him on the team anymore. I'd rather take some draft picks over him. And then, of course, Chase Lucas will be starting above Jordan Lewis. I know I kind of alluded to that before, but I want to make sure that happens because Chase Lucas could potentially go up into the 80s at some point, especially if he has a great season this year. He could even do it now. Xavier McKinney will be the starting strong safety. Xavier Woods the starting free safety. So, this team actually looks pretty good, in my opinion. There's a lot of really good young players on it. A lot of rookies getting substantial play time. We'll see how they end up playing, though. You know, Crawford only has 1 more year left on his contract, and he's not getting any trade offers. I was going to cut him, but I'm just going to let the contract expire. So here at week 9, we just lost to the Steelers, and Amari Cooper is frustrated. That's never a good sign. We are 5-2, though. I mean, the team's playing fine. 3-4 for the 49ers. 6-1 for the Giants. Okay, 2-6 for the Redskins. 1-5-1 for the Eagles. Eagles are struggling right now. The Giants are playing so well. That's crazy. Let's check out a couple of these development traits, though. At least on defense, we drafted very defensively this year, which is fine. This team's offense was pretty good this past year, so I'm okay with it. A couple of experience points as well on the offensive side, and then defensively, Gross Matos has star. That's fine. That's kind of what I expected him to have. Chase Lucas has star. Xavier McKinney up there also has star. Aquara is not yet revealed, but I imagine it is star. If it's superstar, that's going to look kind of weird, because we didn't even take him, but it's whatever. I mean, I guess I'll take it at that point. But let's check out who we have to bring back to the team. Awuzie is here. He's the top impending free agent. I would like him back. Rodrigo Blankenship, I'd also like back on the team. He's very young still. He's a pretty good kicker. Xavier Woods, I think I will give a contract to. Jordan Lewis, I will not now, since we have Chase Lucas on the team. Tyrone Crawford, I already mentioned I don't really want him back on the team, so the only few players I'm going to go after here are Woods, Awuzie, and Blankenship. I also just want to mention this. I'm going to be spending my experience points right now. I want to see if we can make a push to get into the playoffs. All right, we made the playoffs this season going 11-5. We have to take on the 11-4-1 Packers, but of course, let's check out the team more closely. 11-4-1 also for the Giants. How did they win the division? I don't know, man. 5-10-1 for the Eagles, 2-14 for the Redskins down there. Jeez. Dak Prescott had like no yards, but he had a lot of touchdowns and a good number of picks, I guess. Really strange year, but all right, I'll take it. Zeke was very good once again, 1,424 yards, 9 touchdowns. Obviously, these receiving numbers won't look too phenomenal, but Michael Gallup actually had a great season with 11 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, I can kind of get why he was frustrated. Under 700 yards, 6 touchdowns for him. Dalton Schultz gets 5, Noah Brown gets 4. I think we may have to change the playbook. I went with the Dallas offense for this one. Used to be very good, but I think I might change it to the Titans because that Titans offensive playbook is so good. I figured that out recently. Blocking was actually solid this year. Nobody let up more than 10 sacks, which is awesome. 96 total tackles for Leighton Vander Esch, but 94 for Jalen Smith with 5 interceptions. Defensive Player of the Year, come on, I need it at least once. 12 tackles for loss for Tristan Hill, not bad at all. 10.5 sacks here for DeMarcus Lawrence. 6 for Gross Matos. Not a bad rookie year for him. 5 picks, like I said before, for Jalen Smith. 3 for Xavier Woods, 1 for Byron Jones. Defensive touchdowns, we don't have any. We have at least 1 safety, though, from Gross Matos. 2 blocked kicks, Tristan Hill and Luke Gifford. 4 forced fumbles for Xavier Woods. Okay, that's pretty cool. 2 for Byron Jones, 1 for Gifford and Gross Matos. 2 recoveries for Xavier Woods, 1 for Gifford. Okay. So we were 14th on offense. That probably would have been much higher if Dak Prescott threw for more yards. And then 9th on defense. That's actually pretty good still. At least we have a top 10 defense. MVP once again was Lamar Jackson. He was up to a 98. That's crazy, but understandable. Oh, that's probably why. Ryan Tannehill is on the Giants. He's actually pretty good in this game. I mean, obviously he's playing well in real life too, this recent stretch with the Titans, but he's actually super good in the game. He wins MVP a good bit. He's at least in the list pretty often. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Russell Wilson. Dak Prescott at number 8. Didn't really expect him to be in that list because this game prioritizes yardage a lot, and he didn't have much of that. Defensive Player of the Year is Khalil Mack. Devon Kennard. I don't normally see him here. Jalen Smith, though, at number 6. I feel like he should be higher. He had a great season. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to be Jake Fromm on the Saints. That makes a lot of sense. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Monty Rice. Xavier McKinney and Gross Matos, though, at 7 and number 8. Okay. We're not going to have a ton of experience points because I did spend them at the midseason, like I mentioned. But we still have a few on offense. I guess a few players have 1. Defensively, a couple players have 2, which is pretty cool to see. Alright, so I think this team is going to progress really well. Let's spend these quickly before we hop into the game. I always say hop into the game. I feel like I should be more clear on that because I don't actually hop into these games. I check out the overalls and then I simulate. So I think we're going to have a higher overall team than the Packers. The Cowboys have a really good team in this game. And it's taking forever to load. Okay, is this not going to load for me? What happened? Okay, whatever. Maybe I hit B by accident. We're in 85. They are in 82. Of course, the two X Factors, though, Alexander and Rodgers. Let's advance to the divisional round and see if we can take down the Packers. I don't think we're going to be able to be honest. And we did, actually. 31-16, rather convincingly. The 14-2 Seahawks are up next. Another team that is phenomenal in this game. 83 overall for them. Again, two X Factors, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson. Let's head into the conference championship. Did we make it? We did. 31-27. Okay. Against the 13-3 Saints. The Saints are an 86 overall. One of the better teams in the game still. 3 X Factors for them at least shown there. Let's head into the Super Bowl. I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't even want to really make a prediction. Okay, let's just, yeah, we're going to make it. I'll make a prediction. I'm confident in the team. We got this. We are in the Super Bowl. All right, let's get it. We have to take on the Texans. I have a lot of stuff I should probably do first. Let me spend some experience, upgrade players, spend my coach experience, and then we will hop into this game. And by that, I actually mean hop into the game. I will actually do it here. The team is the best it's going to be. I don't think I went up in overall, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to hop into the game here, see if we can take down the Texans. I don't think I'll play any of this. Maybe at the end, if we make it to the playoffs again in another season, I will, but this is still kind of early on. I'll just let the computer do everything. Okay, I think we're going to lose this one. We are 27-20, pretty anticlimactic, I guess, but we did lose the Super Bowl. The Texans are a great team as well, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not too upset. I'm actually, okay, I'm very upset, okay? All right, the video's going to end. I'm going to start crying. No, all right, so we have a couple more seasons to go still, so I think we can make it back to the Super Bowl one of these times. We have this glorious -$6 million in cap room that just kind of happens sometimes. So we can't go after anybody, even if I wanted to. Kenny Golladay would have been really cool. Oh, man, that sucks. Maybe I can try to go through and cut some players. I don't think I'll be able to free enough space. Or if it even registers for this current week. I think it's still worth a shot, though. Let's see if I can maybe get Kenny Golladay on this team. I don't think I'll be able to, though. Yeah, so I just cut a player. I actually cut Jameez Alawale just to see if it would make any difference. It should have freed up, I think, around $1 million, and it did nothing. So I don't think there's any way I can actually free up enough cap. Also, he was like the most expensive contract I was willing, to cut. So there's really no room right now for any of this. That sucks because Golladay would have been massive. So of course we have a very crappy draft pick. We picked number 31 overall. Who is even here for me to get? Jalen Waddle is actually really good. I think we can probably go after him. Alabama wide receiver is usually a pretty good idea, so let's select him. He's a 73 overall, but does not have hidden. That kind of sucks. He's not bad in the overall, but normal development is pretty bad in this game. For like rookie receivers, though, it's pretty easy to go up in development. I just don't think he's going to be playing that much, so I doubt he will go up. Let's just go with a random tight end, I guess. I know nothing about any of these guys, but Jake Ferguson, who's the fastest? 4.75, 4.74. Jack Stoll is a little bit faster, but Ferguson fits this scheme and is a bit younger. I'm going to go Jake Ferguson. 69 isn't all that bad. I don't think he's good enough to start, though. It sucks that it's another normal development player. But I will simulate to the end of the draft now. We got a couple other random players here at the end. No one too notable, though. Let's check out the entire draft. I think Trevor Lawrence was the first player to go. It was Trevor Lawrence, and he went to the Redskins. All right, Xavier Thomas going at number 2 overall. Rondell Moore going number 3. Justin Ross at 4. Patrick Surtain Jr. at number 5. Did the Dolphins ever target a quarterback? No, they have still not gotten a quarterback, I don't think. Unless they drafted one later and are trying to start him at some point. I don't know. But usually the Dolphins take a quarterback with one of their first picks in the first year. I'm surprised they didn't this time. The team here is an 87 overall, 91 on the offense, 83 on the defense. Offensively, we didn't really change much at all. I also don't know why the team just reloaded there. That looked kind of weird. We added Waddle, though, at the number 3 receiver position. I don't think he's going to get many targets, though, just because Michael Gallup is the 2 and the slots. Amari Cooper, of course, the number 1. Those guys get fed so often. But other than that, I don't think anything changed on the offense. Defensively, same thing kind of goes here. It really didn't change the team this much from the last season. Leighton Vander Esch does have X Factor now, though, which is awesome. I forgot to check out development trait upgrades. I don't think anybody else went up, but Vander Esch getting X Factor, I will definitely take it. I think he's a free agent this year, though, so we're going to have to do our best to prioritize bringing him back onto the team. But I think this team can make it to the playoffs one more time. I did change the playbook to the Titans offense, so hopefully that makes a pretty big impact. I will spend my coach XP and see you at the midseason. I want to go over this again. This is why it's super important you manually cut your players. Because I'm pretty sure if I just simulated straight through the preseason, Dak would have gotten cut. Or Leighton Vander Esch or Amari Cooper. Yeah, so make sure you go in and manually do this. Because sometimes your players will just get cut from existence, okay? So it's very important that you do it yourself, because if not, you could lose some of your starters, which would really, really suck. So we currently have a bye week here, so I don't know what the record is, at least from this screen, but let's check out the standings. We are 5-3 on top of the NFC East. Okay, 3-4 for the Redskins, 2-5 for the Giants and the Eagles down there. Hopefully the offense is performing better in this new scheme. I guess the scheme didn't change. In this new playbook, they should be playing better. They definitely should be. I don't think we have any development traits to reveal, but you guys can see the few players who have, actually not few, there's a lot of players who have at least one experience point. Leighton Vander Esch, the top free agent, I want him back a lot. Michael Gallup, I would like back. Chris Jones is very good, he's a good punter, but I'd rather get some of these other guys rather than him right now. He's probably not super expensive either, but of course we'll see. Do we have enough money to even get Leighton Vander Esch? He always hits free agency and we have no money. This may actually have to be the last season, because I don't think I can go in and cut players. This team is expensive. It was probably stupid of me to go after Dak, Amari Cooper, and Byron Jones all at the same time. And I'm sure I got flamed in the comments for doing that. But this isn't like a super long-term rebuild. I didn't really expect it to be. I don't really have anyone on the team I could just cut. That makes sense why Leighton Vander Esch always hits free agency then. But the thing is, like, so does Amari Cooper in these, right? So even if I didn't go after Amari Cooper, Leighton Vander Esch would probably still hit free agency because we probably still wouldn't have enough money to bring him in. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do with this whole situation. I just hope I make the playoffs this season. If not, this is going to be interesting. Alright, we're in the playoffs again. This time only going 9-7 though. So probably a bit closer than I wanted it to be. 9-7 as well from the Bears. It was actually very close. The Redskins and the Eagles were both 8-8, and then the Giants were 4-12. At least we made it to the playoffs though. Dak Prescott, a much better season. Maybe not, actually. He had a lot more yards. He had about 1,000 more yards. Very similar touchdown numbers, but I think I want to say about 5 more picks. So 1,000 more yards, but 5 more interceptions. I don't know if he threw more passes. That may be why. I don't know. I'll still take the season, though. It's not bad. Zeke had 5 yards per carry with 12 touchdowns. Yeah, that's a really good season once again from him. Amari Cooper was phenomenal. 92 catches, 1,200 yards, about 11 touchdowns. Michael Gallup, 82 for about 1,200 with 9 touchdowns for him. Blocking again was phenomenal. This offensive line is so good. 132 tackles for Jalen Smith, 100 for Awuzie and Vander Esch. Awuzie had 4 picks. We got 15 tackles for loss for Julian Okwara. I don't even really know how he's doing this. I don't know. He's not even playing all that often. But Eric Armstead got 15 as well, 12 for DeMarcus Lawrence, 11 for Gross Matos down there, who had 9 sacks as well. Really good sophomore year for him, 9.5 for DeMarcus Lawrence. Of course, we already saw the 4 picks for Awuzie, 2 for Jalen Smith, 1 for Vander Esch, Chase Lucas, Byron Jones, and Xavier Woods. No defensive touchdowns, no safeties. 3 blocked kicks though. Tristan Hill, Sharif Finch, and Doris Armstrong each got 1. Only 3 forced fumbles, and 1 of them was recovered. Not the best rate, but it's okay. 4th on offense this year. Defense was 6th. We were very good, at the top of the NFL in terms of yardage for both of those, and Lamar Jackson wins his 3rd consecutive MVP. Mitchell Trubisky is on the Patriots and comes in 2nd. Oh, this list is great. Dak Prescott at number 6, though. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Russell Wilson, who tied twice. Dak Prescott at number 3. Zeke at number 7. Bryce Perkins at number 8. Okay. Defensive Player of the Year is Khalil Mack. Jalen Smith, though, at number 5. I almost missed him. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Trevor Lawrence. We have Jalen Waddle at number 3, though. Justin Rogers at number 9. We have nobody here in Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's fine, though. Let's check out to these experience points. I also spent at the midseason mark again to try to propel this team into the playoffs. So we don't have that many, I'd imagine. Yeah, we only have 1 for a few players on offense, but the team is looking really good. Defensively, same thing goes here. I don't think I see anybody with 2. But yeah, the team is looking awesome. I think we can make it back to the Super Bowl. But let's spend these, and I'll let you know what the overalls between the teams are. We have an 88 overall team compared to their 82. We should win this game, but you really never know in Madden. We have the 6-point overall advantage, though. Let's go into the divisional round. Can we beat the Bears, who are actually pretty good in this game? I'm not sure who their quarterback is, though, because Mitchell Trubisky is not on their team anymore. We do win that game 28-21, very close. We have to take on the 13-3 Panthers. We're in 83 overall. Christian McCaffrey, Luke Kuechly, both X Factors at this point. Looks like DJ Moore is probably up to Superstar. Let's go into the conference championship. Can we make it back here once again? We can, and we have to take on the Green Bay Packers, who are 9-6-1. They're in 84 overall, still with Jair Alexander and Aaron Rodgers at X Factor. I think we should be able to win this game as well. We beat them last year in the playoffs. Let's go straight to the Super Bowl and see if we're in it again. We are in the Super Bowl, and this is like my worst nightmare of a Super Bowl. I don't like either of these teams, so this would be a weird one for me to watch. But here we go. Let's enter the Super Bowl. Let me actually upgrade players. Make the team as good as it can possibly be here for the game against the Patriots. I will probably hop in at some point into this game. I'm not going to bother with my coach experience. That's not going to matter that much since I'll probably end the rebuild after this game. Pretty short one, I'd imagine. I don't think this one will pass 40 minutes because we only really had like 2 full seasons. That first one doesn't really count to me. The Patriots are in 84. Stephon Gilmore is their only X Factor, but they actually got Kenny Galladay on their team. Dante Hightower, I imagine, is then up to Superstar. But let's load into the game. We have to go up against Mitchell Trubisky, the god himself. I hope we can stop him. We're losing this game by a good bit, so let's hop in and see if we can do anything for this team. Michael Gallup is here open on the sidelines. Okay, that's a good first down. Michael Gallup's up to Superstar. I just noticed that because he got a little ability activated on that play. That's awesome. Okay. He's having a great game as well. Going down to the 3-yard line. Here we go. Let's go with the pass play. Amari Cooper should have the touchdown. Okay, he got it. So Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper are both X Factors as well. That's awesome. But I'm back on offense here. 2nd down and 2. Run the ball up the middle with Ezekiel Elliott. Let's go. I tried to stiff arm. It didn't really work. That's fine. We're going to take this lead, though. I promise. B is open in the end zone. This should be a touchdown, and it's going to be. Okay, come on. We can make this comeback. Let's go. Patriots are falling apart, boys. You'll love to see it. Let's go. 1st down and 10. I'm going to scramble with Dak. They got a couple players. I didn't mean to dive. How do I keep doing this, man? I've done this so many times in my franchise modes as well. Oh, that sucks so badly. It's okay, though. I think they actually missed the field goal or something. It says there's a turnover, but I'm pretty sure it went to 4th down at some point. So whatever. Let's just pretend that fumble really never happened. It's fine. We're back on offense. Zeke is trying to run, but gets caught behind some players. That's fine. I'm going to go into the hurry up, though. I don't want to take any timeouts just yet. Michael Gallup is wide open here. The blocking is in place. No! Who missed this last guy? I think that was Jalen Waddle. If he would have blocked him, that was a touchdown. It's fine. We're down to the 2-yard line, though. We can definitely win this game. The game-winning touchdown's going to Tony Pollard, of all people. Let's get it. I think we just won that Super Bowl. Let's go. We won the Super Bowl 31-27. Would the team have made that comeback if I didn't hop in? I have no idea, actually. But we won. That's awesome. That was a really cool way to end the rebuild. I really hope you guys ended up enjoying this one. This one was rather easy. You know, the Cowboys have a great team in the game. I feel like if you just simulate normally, even without any draft picks, I'm sure they'd make it to the Super Bowl almost every season, to be honest. At least make it to the playoffs probably every season. But I still do think I added it to the team overall, right? We got Gross Matos. We got Xavier McKinney, who developed pretty well. We changed the scheme, and that definitely helped out the team. I think this one actually went super well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.